Everything might not be fun.
The politicians keep saying, why is our healthcare system so expensive? And like, duh.
How does that make any sense?
We'll figure it out. This is the thing. I'm just getting totally unhinged now, and I don't know what to do. Hey, Mike.
Hi, guys. How's it run?
So we're in downtown Bethesda.
Nice.
And we just finished a 22-mile run.
Stopped at the Starbucks?
Stopped at the Starbucks, always at Georgetown, right on the Potomac. And it's great because it's all paths. Like, there are no cars on this run.
No cars.
And it's just beautiful. It's a great August day. And so we wanted to talk for 2 seconds about stress tests, which we were talking about. So her son and my son are both applying to medical school, and they think they're geniuses now. They don't realize that when you go to medical school, you get progressively dumber. So maybe they are as smart as they will get. But
they won't think so.
They won't think. So her son thinks, is very nervous about it because we're running long distance and thinks we're going to drop dead of a heart attack. So the real question is,
because we're over 40.
Because I'm way over 40, but we're in good shape and we're pretty tough.
Yeah.
And stupid. So we're deluded. But the question is, after all the stuff we talked about, like for people like us or anyone, let's say you go to your doctor and you say, I want to get an EKG to see if I'm safe. So what do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? I'm going running. Want to know? I'm going to get EKG to see if I'm going to drop.
Will the EKG tell you if you're going to drop?
Will it? What do you think?
I have no idea. But if my doctor tells me that it will tell me, then I'm going to believe him.
I got people coming to me all the time asking me for an EKG to see if they're safe, see if they're healthy, see if they'll get a heart attack.
Okay.
Here's the thing about EKGs, and we'll go later and I'll show you some pictures of this.
Will the EKG show me like something that has been wrong with me for a long time that I don't know about?
Here's the thing about the EKG, it's just a bunch of blips. Like you think it's a bunch of blips, but it actually is a bunch of blips.
Okay.
That's the truth. And the thing about the EKG is that about 85% of people who get heart attacks would have had a normal EKG the day before the heart attack. Wouldn't have made a bit of difference. And about 85% of people who are told they have an abnormal EKG, nothing's wrong with them at all. So what do you think?
Why do they have the EKG at all then?
Well, it tells you other things. Like if your heart's going in a funny rhythm, it could tell you that. Or it can give you warning signs, especially if you're younger, not old like me, if there's something wrong with your heart. Like if you have a big heart or there's some problem with your heart. But for what we're talking about, to say, is it a good predictor of whether you're going to have a heart attack?
Well, if it's not going to show me my weird heart rate before I have a heart attack.
There is no weird heart rate before a heart attack. So remember what we talked about? Remember we talked about so a heart attack, you have some plaque on your blood vessel.
Right.
And then that plaque ruptures.
Right.
And then boom, you get a heart attack.
Okay.
So if you have a little bit of a blockage, the EKG doesn't show that. In fact, if you go for a stress test, like $1,200, your doctor says, I'm going to be thorough. A lot of cardiologists do this. Most money it's squandered in cardiology, of the $100 billion they think is squandered every year, is based on stress tests.
Okay.
That they do on people like you or me, people without symptoms, people who are doing fine.
Well, what's the test that shows me the plaque that's around my arteries?
That was that other test we talked about, a calcium score.
Should I get that?
Well, no, you don't have to because you got no problems. But let's talk about a stress test.
Okay.
So a stress test, you go on a treadmill, you push yourself, you got some EKG, then they inject you with some material, nuclear, and it shows if your blood flow is good to your heart. Now, let's say you have a little 20 or 30% blockage. Those are the kinds that typically are dangerous because they could rupture.
Okay.
But as far as the stress test goes, that's wide open blood vessel. The stress test will come back normal.
I don't want the test.
So I mean, I'm going to show you guys some pictures, Mike. I mean, you buy
I like
that?
pictures.
You buy the explanation.
Works for me.
Okay, so we're going to go to
But these doctors, like, they tell people to get the test all the time.
All the time. Why?
Because they want to make money. I don't know.
We're not saying anything. I plead the fifth. I don't know.
I can say.
I'm not going to describe motive.
I don't know.
Maybe they believe it. I don't know. But really the science is against that. And really the best way to know if you're going to have a heart attack or not are risk factors. Do you smoke?
No.
Do you have a family history of a heart attack?
Okay.
Are you fat?
But remember the guy that just died, okay? The
Right.
runner that just died, non-smoking,
Right.
Olympic medalist,
Yep.
just collapsed,
Just died.
dead.
Right.
The other triathlete,
Yep.
dead.
Very rare.
49.
But even if you have no risk factors,
No risk factors.
and those guys will still have a normal EKG and a normal stress test, they will still die. And what lesson does that teach you? What lesson does that
Okay,
teach
I
you?
don't need the EKG.
No.
But I may not want to run all that long distance.
Well, it teaches you that, guess what? Like I told you when she was complaining about this, I said a lot of people who are sitting around watching TV just drop dead too. And wouldn't it be better dropping dead running? Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. That's the
Okay.
way I want to go.
Okay, let's go. Hey, so if you're equally annoyed by our dysfunctional healthcare system and all the garbage you're being fed, then give me an email, log on to my website, which is listed down here. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll just keep feeding you information, and we'll discuss this and hopefully make some changes. See you later.